He was a third-round draft pick to the Houston Texans, and he was telling me a story about Anderson that I love. He said before the games, he would just start crying because he loved football so much and what it mattered to him so much that he'd have to go out and play well and how that could affect his team, how that could affect him, how that could affect his family. And even asked yesterday, would he ever sit out? And he was like, no, unequivocally, no. There's no way that I would do that. I love to play football. And when you have a guy, to me, who I thought was better than the top 2 draft picks that came out in the draft last year, I thought he was more effective. I thought he put more pressure on the quarterback. I thought he changed the game in a better, in more of a dynamic way than both of those 2 individuals. He absolutely should be up for the Heisman. He's going to be in the talk for the first overall pick. He's a game changer, and if we're talking about competition at a school that plays great tackle after great tackle each and every week, and he absolutely dominates. He is a difference maker, and I think he's the type of college football player, at least defensively, that is going to garner the attention of the voters, and we know he'll be playing on a team that will factor into the college football playoffs.
He should be a threat. He was the best player in college football last year. I have a Heisman vote. I'm going to put him at the top last year because he was that great. He was that dynamic. He was that dominant. But the bottom line is the stats don't measure up according to voters of the Heisman. They want big touchdowns. They want big yards. They want splash plays that you see on offense. So I don't think he's a threat to win it because why didn't he win it last year? I mean, I thought he should have, but if he didn't win it last year, I don't think he's going to win it this year. But RC's right. You talk about the first 2 guys. He had more quarterback pressures, RC, than Thibodeau, Walker, and Hutchinson. All 3 combined last year.
Right.
So you talk about a guy that wrecks game plans, loves football, plays hard, plays the run, plays the pass. He's the best player, and it's easy. It's easy to say he's the best player, but I do not think he'll win a Heisman Trophy because he plays defense.
Listen, nobody was better than Hugh Green at Pitt, going way back, right after LT, history lesson, and he didn't win the Heisman. Woodson did, but Woodson returned punts. Woodson was a playmaker on defense, and they were down on Manning at the time in '97, so they gave Woodson the award, and he deserved it. They are not voting, and I'm a voter too. I'm not voting for Will Anderson for the Heisman Trophy. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. That's an offensive award. That's a quarterback award, and that's a running back award. I don't even like giving it to wide receivers. That's where I'm going to go, because without the quarterback, you're not winning.
Wow.
And it's about the guy who's got the best quarterback. So I'm voting offense. I'm voting young. I'm voting young.
Mad Dog, when you get your ballot, Bud, does it say best quarterback or wide receiver or offensive player in college football?
It says,
Just out of curiosity.
When I look at it as most valuable. Let me ask you this. Who could Alabama least afford to lose? The quarterback or Will Anderson? The answer is the quarterback.
It does.
They have a million. They have a million defensive players.
It doesn't say most valuable.
No, but you could evaluate. It doesn't. I don't care what it says. They give you the award. You evaluate it as a voter. You can look at that award any way you want. The same thing in every award with MVP in baseball and basketball. You evaluate the award the way you want to evaluate the award. And if you look at the Alabama team, you know Young's going to have a big year. Anderson's going to have a big year. But if Anderson gets hurt, they can replace him. If Young gets hurt, they can't. So they can't. They don't have a quarterback to replace to win a championship.
Okay, Mad Dog. Okay, to your point,
award,
I'm going to take you back. I'm going to take you back a couple years ago. Then, Mac Jones was the starting quarterback. Bryce Young was on the bench. How did Alabama look?
Okay, well, that's one example. Ryan, to give me one example in 80 years.
That was David.
Most of the time,
I'm giving you the school. I'm giving you the exact school Bryce Young plays at.
I understand. Yeah. You know what I mean.
Oh, he's getting loud.
Oh my
He's getting loud.
They're
we know what that
means.
means.
We
know what that means. Getting a little defensive there. You're getting loud. He got you a little bit.
Young plays well. They did.
He got you.
If Young plays well and Stout plays well, Will Anderson's not winning the award. If both are awful or there's some injuries and you got to go to a third guy, he can be a little bit more in the discussion. All of us know that if the quarterback plays great at Alabama and Ohio State, that's the winner of the Heisman Trophy.
Welcome to the beautiful mind of Mad Dog. Go ahead, RC.
I don't. The thing is this. I think David put it best when he said he should factor in, but we both know, or all three of us know, all four of us know, that he won't factor in, and it's because the way the award is voted on. And I think Mad Dog, which is great to have him on the show because David has a vote, Mad Dog has a vote, he absolutely displayed that for us. He basically said there's no way, there's nothing Will Anderson could do in his mind to win the award. And I believe that's a problem. I mean, it's also much like the MVP award in the NFL, but we have to change that. Like, we have to get to a point where we can look at someone's impact on the game, regardless of position, and say that this is the best player in college football who had the best season from their position. And I believe Will Anderson is capable of producing that. But because of our small-mindedness, because of history, because of the other people that have won the award, we refuse to think outside of the box. And that's sad for a guy like Will Anderson, who I believe not only deserves to be in the conversation, but deserves a legitimate chance to win it.
Would you like to redeem yourself at all?
Come on, you guys are hot stuff. My goodness gracious. Pay attention!
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.